Thank you, Mr. Tetso and the Pomperaug High School. Please note that emergency exits are marked in red circles in both the gym and auditorium. On behalf of the Pomperaug High School students and staff, I would like to welcome Board of Education Chair Marian Tetso, Superintendent Joshua Smith, members of the Board of Education, Central Office Administration, Pomperaug High School faculty and staff, family and friends, to the 2024 Pomperaug High School Conference. I would like to invite to the podium the class of 2024 Public City Board and Grading Members for the Pledge of Allegiance.
My name is Kate
My name is
Hall.
Kate Hall.
My name is Braden Miller.
Would everybody please stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, class of 2024 students, Nicolette Chu, will sing our national anthem.
You may be seated.
Now, Gannon Nagy, the president of the class of 2024, will share some reflections on his time at Pomperaug High School.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
For those of you
everyone.
who do not
For
know
those of
me,
you
I'd
who
like
do
to
not know
introduce
me,
myself.
I'd like to introduce
My name is
myself.
Gannon
My
Nagy.
name is
I had the
Gannon
privilege
Nagy. I've had the privilege of being the student president of the past 2 years at Pomperaug.
Having this role has been a
Having
very
this role
interesting
has been a very
opportunity.
interesting
Something that I didn't
opportunity. Something that I didn't totally prepare myself for in studying on the
I
class.
assumed that,
I assumed that,
I'd have a meeting after school,
I'd have a meeting after school every
just
month,
have
so
the type of my
just have the type of my resume and reach the
Looking
goal.
back,
Looking back,
couldn't
couldn't exactly see
I think the wake-up call
I think the wake-up call came with speeches during the junior election.
Take a step back and realize,
Take a step back and
maybe I
realize,
should start
hey,
taking this
maybe I should start taking this a little bit more seriously.
But seriously,
But seriously,
I'm not sure I would be standing
here today talking with such confidence about the accomplishments we have achieved, the lifelong memories we have
I had
formed.
an absolute
I had an
blast.
absolute blast playing dances and fundraisers for the students.
The joy that I got.
The joy that I got came from all the little compliments I received during the events and the genuine happiness I saw in every single student. You continue to struggle at every single
That was what I would pride myself on about these students.
about these
That
students.
being said,
Without
without a doubt, could not have
done this all without the help of my fellow class officers.
Each of these individuals,
Each of these
whether they wanted to or
individuals,
not,
whether they wanted to or not, had to deal with me every month, countless texts, emails, ridiculous ideas,
but I would have tried without kind voices to really back me up.
So honestly, to you five, thank you.
And thank you for all the time
And
and
thank
effort
you for all
you've
the
given
time
to
and effort
me
you've
in
given
our
to me in our
class.
class.
Not only that, all the teachers who volunteer to chaperone the crowd surfing proms, despite the best efforts of students.
Thank you, students. Thank you very much.
I'd also like to thank my
I'd also like to
friends
thank my friends for all the laughs over the years,
making sure I got this
for making sure I got this done before
Monday.
grad practice on Monday. Now that I'm
Typical fashion,
typical fashion, I'd like to thank my parents and family for always being my support, anytime I ever needed help again, being my biggest fan.
None of this would
Would
be here without the
would be here without the encouragement
minor threats
and minor threats from our parents to get our work done on time. We owe them a lot. Whether we want to give them credit. Personally, this speech will be finished, and my mom has been nagging me for the past month.
Thank you.
Mom, thank you.
Even though we owe thanks to many
Even though we owe
others,
thanks to many others,
none of you would be sitting
none
here
of you
today
would be
without the
sitting
effort
here
you
today
put
without the effort you put into school, your passions,
all of you have been some of the most entertaining individuals I've ever met.
I've ever met.
Don't think I've ever seen a group of students more excited to go full speed down a tarp covered so lines covered grass for those of you who usually flip the slider. Students in front of me that same spirit, allowing them to pursue their passions, countless sports championships, designing incredible pieces of art, being nominated and winning more Halo Awards. That drive is common within has allowed me to have meaningful conversations with almost every single student who's graduating. What I have learned from my classmates will forever transcend anything I can learn from textbooks, real life lessons and values that shape who each of us are. I can stand here and talk about all the things that each individual has said to me. Memories all day. Time crunch here. Jones? If I had to describe these students in one word, it would be resilient. They have fought their way through a pandemic, I know, embraced the high school drama, and crawled their way into class before the 7:20 bell. Yet, in the end, they came out on top of it all. You made it to the milestone that is graduating high school, and you should be extremely proud of yourself for that. I know there is some worry about what is next, but I can confidently say that I know you are all more than ready for what lies ahead. I've said countless times during this speech many thank yous, and that I have the luxury of standing here in front of you all today, but you are all the ones who put me here, and I can't thank you enough. Although I won't miss the constant texts about senior assassins or the prom FAQs, I will miss the sense of community that I have felt from you in this school. From packing the jungle to having my ears ringing at pep rallies, the sense of school pride is unique. Each of you played a special part in our community and should continue to do so in your future endeavors. As you walk across this stage, the training wheels are off and you're on your own to prove what you are made of. While you get to decide where the path takes you, remember where it all started. My job here is done. Thank you all and congratulations. It is now my privilege to introduce our Pomperaug High School Choir, who will be performing We'll Meet Again, followed by an address from Region 15 Board Member of Education Chairwoman Marian Manzo.
Smiling through, always do, until the blue skies drive the storm clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I will meet
Good morning and congratulations to the class of 2024. I welcome our guest, First Selectman Jeff Manville, to our ceremony, as well as my fellow Board of Ed members, Heather Rogers, Shannon Cavallo, Tom Marks, and Sally Romano. Mrs. Rogers gets a special shout out today because she's doing double duty as a Board of Ed member and a parent of a graduate. And welcome parents and families of graduates as we celebrate these students today. The class of 2024 is a special class, and not just because you have become legendary for having a black bear prank your senior prank. This class is the first class where the Board of Ed members were invited to attend a relatively new senior experience presentation here in this very gym. And I'd like to focus on that small moment which took place on March 27th of this year. Parents, picture this. This gym was set up with rows and rows of tables, with each senior standing next to a computer or their presentation materials, and they were dressed up and ready to answer questions about their projects. Now, they knew that board members weren't grading presentations, but these seniors were still willing to talk to us about their projects. And I know the presentation and the work involved might not have been the most fun for you guys, but let me tell you what we saw. Seniors had some incredibly impressive projects that went well beyond the graduation requirement of a senior project. Some students established legacies here in Region 15, whether that was a peer tutoring handbook for future students to follow, or an Eagle Scout project that benefited our PHS athletic field. Some seniors did deep dive research from the effects of Barbie to how presidential campaigns can win a social media game. There were some students who were very nervous, standing by themselves and clearly out of their comfort zone, but they were still willing to go out of their way to answer questions and speak with passion about their project. One student even showcased the Region 15 mission statement because she thought it was a great idea about what education should be, and it gelled with her project. I read that statement at every Board of Ed meeting, and it states, the mission of Region 15, a collaborative community committed to excellence, is to educate every student to be productive, ethical, and engaged in a global society through proven and innovative learning experiences supported by its strong community whose decision-making is based on the best interest of all students. And Lydia, you touched me deeply when you pointed out our mission statement on your poster board. Thank you. Board members and the public get to see scores and budget numbers, but it is special to have had that opportunity to talk with you and ask questions, so thank you. Just like that mission statement says, the community is here for each of you, and we are all cheering you on. The passion and potential that we saw at that senior experience showcase is a testament to the education you received and the dedication of teachers and administrators who want to see you fly. Thank you so much for sharing your projects with us and for making us feel pride in you and joy for what's ahead of you. May you always have that passion, the willingness to communicate with others, that drive to do more than what's required, and may you see your potential for making the world a better place because you are in it. Thank you. It is now my privilege to introduce Region 15 Superintendent of School, Mr. Joshua Smith.
Good morning. Thank you and welcome. I would like to start today by thanking the parents and the families for the support and care that you've provided to make today possible. I'd like to thank you for choosing to raise your children here and for your contributions to our community. On behalf of the educators in Region 15, I'd like to thank you for trusting us each day with that you hold most dear. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff that have worked so hard to provide instruction, motivation, expectation, and compassion as our students have strived to reach this point. I'd like to thank our Board of Education members. These are elected volunteers who dedicate so much of their time and energy to our schools. We appreciate the support of our municipal leaders and First Selectmen as we strive to deliver a high return on investment. Graduates, While you will forever be known as the generation whose high school experience was clouded by the context of a pandemic, we forget that you had already overcome some tremendous obstacles and you were positioned to persevere. You are a generation whose entire childhood was void of any first-release Harry Potter movies. You had to endure not one, but several Star Wars movies that were pretty mid and pointless. And let's not forget that you missed Halloween because of snow. It should not surprise anyone that you would take pandemic high school in stride. Progress happens faster than we think. Today's graduates that sit before you today are as far away from 1990 as 1990 graduates were from 1956. So let that sink in for a minute, parents. Since entering kindergarten, you have matriculated through our schools during a period of exponential progress and growth. However, that iPhone 4 that was used to take your kindergarten pictures, you can still buy today for $28. You enter a world of complex challenges where you will need to navigate ambiguous agendas. You will need to reach conclusions on issues without clear answers, things like book bans and fake news, and legislators that legalize marijuana and ban TikTok. You have the opportunity to learn with dedicated teachers and a district that has created an environment that has challenged you to ask good questions, to form your own conclusions, to trust and rely on each other, to analyze complex issues and seek solutions. As challenging as the issues that you face today, they are not as great as those to come. While AI and emerging technology will certainly help to solve some problems, they will create others. Artificial intelligence may help us decipher the language of whales while simultaneously confusing our ability to communicate with each other. You entered Pomperaug High School at a time when some thought it was impossible for us to teach and for others to learn. Muhammad Ali said this about impossible. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by men who find it easier to live in the world they were given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. There's something very special happening here today. You are about to become a graduate of Pomperaug High School. We are the only Pomperaug High School in the entire world. You are forever a part of what defines us, and I hope that we have helped you to define yourself. Take all that you have learned during your time here and leverage it. Use it to define your own success, represent yourself and all of us as only you can. Do what others see as impossible. Thank you, and very best of luck to each one of you. Now I'd like to return the stage to Dr. Jones.
Good morning. It is my honor to introduce the Salutatorian of the class of 2024, Nihitha Nelikadidi, for her address to the class.
Good morning, esteemed faculty members and guests, parents, families, friends, and fellow graduates. It is my honor to be standing here before you as the salutatorian of the class of 2024. Class of 2024, we did it. We got through 4 unforgettable years of high school. Together we experienced failure and downfall, experienced happiness and pride, but all that matters is that we are all here today to celebrate each other as graduates of Pomperaug High School. I'd like to start off by giving a little personal anecdote. A couple of months ago, my phone had a complete meltdown. For a few days, I was cut off from 2 of my favorite and most essential apps. One of them was the alarm app, which I suspect was the culprit behind the crash. And honestly, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that I had over 500 alarms set on my phone. Many were deactivated, but if my mom asked me to take out the trash, I'd be like, sure, I'll do it at 7 p.m. and then set an alarm. If I needed to ask my brother a calculus question but didn't feel like doing it right away, I'd pull out my phone and set an alarm for 30 minutes later. Sure, most of those alarms were important, but at some point, I guess I got a little too obsessed with the app. I started setting alarms for everything, like tell Emma I can't go to Panera, or take a shower. It was getting out of hand. My phone was basically a ticking time bomb of to-dos. My mom would be deleting alarms, and I'd set new ones just as fast. It was like a weird game of whack-a-mole, but with notifications. The funniest part, my alarm app crashed again a couple days ago, so now I decided to set a weekly alarm to delete my alarms. So I guess a piece of advice to the class of 2024 would be to not let your phone control your life, but rather you take charge, prioritize what's important to you so that you too can succeed. When my phone crashed, I also lost all my albums in my Spotify app. For sad days, I had an album. For happy days, I had an album. I had an album for basically everything. And going multiple days without my albums was very tough, to say the least. Without the different styles of music that would always be there for me no matter my mood, I definitely wouldn't have been able to get throughout high school. Today, I decided to present my own personalized made-up album to you guys, so here goes. Spotify album title, Caps Off Graduation Edition. Song number 1, Grads and Gratitude. I would first and foremost like to give out many thanks. To all the teachers and staff, thank you for your consistent and unwavering support throughout this wonderful journey. I'm so inspired by all of you, and for sure will take what I've learned into college and beyond. To my friends, classmates, and fellow graduates, I thank you for making my high school experience truly unforgettable. I can't wait to see what each and every one of you accomplishes in the future. Finally, and most importantly, to my family. Mom and Dad, thank you so much. Thank you for the countless nights where you stayed up with me to help me get my assignments done. Thank you for getting me involved in all these clubs and after-school activities that I initially dreaded going to. Most importantly, thank you for being my role models and my best friends and supporters. I truly can't express how unbelievably thankful I am for you both. To my little brother, Sohan, thank you for being the best little brother I could ask for. I would like you even more if you didn't do better than me on every single AP Calculus test, but that's okay. I will miss all of our Dunkin' runs and escaping dinner to go get our shrimp tempura rolls. Finally, to the rest of my family, some of whom are watching from India currently, and some of whom are currently sitting in this audience today, you all have really been so supportive throughout this journey, and I definitely would not be here without you guys, and I love you guys so much. Song number 2, First Day Feels. I'm sure we all remember those moments from around 12 years ago when we first stepped into elementary school. It was our first taste of the classroom setting, guided by our very first teacher. It was also our first experience of leaving our parents for an entire day. We walked in with our backpacks on and lunchboxes in hand, ready to embark on this new adventure. Elementary school was definitely full of eventful memories, from making slime, to singing our first solos, to playing a serious round of the multiplication game, to even some of us eating our own lunchboxes. I won't name names. Elementary school was a time of experimentation and a time for experiencing new beginnings and skills that would eventually launch us all the way to middle school. Song number 3, Ort Report. And then came middle school, a new chapter in our lives. Middle school was where we started to navigate the complexities of growing up, where we faced academic challenges, experienced hardships, and tackled awkward situations. Middle school was where we discovered who we wanted our lifelong friends to be, or in some situations, who we didn't want our friends to be. Whether it was joining a sports team, joining a club like History Day, or playing an instrument, 6th grade is where we just started to develop our passions and learned right from wrong. After MMS's week-long trip to Nature's Classroom, we learned to only put food on the plate that we could eat and not waste food. I can happily say by the last day of the trip, we made sure to have 0 ort or food wastage among everyone on the trip. Song number 4, Quarantunes. As I think about 8th grade, I can't help but mention our virtual learning experience. Sleeping in a little longer towards the end of 8th grade became a cherished luxury, and the unanimous decision to keep our cameras off during Zoom class was our way of embracing the comfort of home while learning. Farewell to the muffled conversations with masks and the foggy glasses. I hope that era never returns again. This song's an example of those songs that come up in your playlist, but that you press skip or next. Song 5, High School Hits. As we stand here today, graduates of the class of 2024, it's hard not to reflect on the journey that brought us to this moment. Throughout high school, we learned to battle the ups and downs. We learned to face the nerves of our first school tryouts. We learned how to play new instruments, and in some cases, we understood the importance of actually completing our homework. When I think about Pomperaug High School, I think about the conversations that we have with the lunch ladies that brighten our days. I think about our spirit days that bring our school community together. I even think about all of us procrastinating the senior experience project so much that the committee was constantly chasing us down to submit things. But above all, we'll remember the incredible teachers, staff, classmates, and friends who supported us along the way, pushing us to achieve our dreams and inspiring us to reach for the best. Shout out to Ms. Brookie for making us actually read and enjoy a book in its entirety for the first time, since she chooses books that are not on SparkNotes. I have thousands of more shout outs to give, but I'd be here all day. But really thanks to everyone who has been part of my high school journey and inspired me to follow my dreams. Song 6, New Beginnings. Now as we fly away to our new destinations, whether that be our university, military, trade school, or any other plans, we will be starting a new chapter in our lives. We each will have the added responsibility of making decisions, whether it be to save or spend money, whether to hang out with friends, or even when to do laundry. This next stage in our life comes with freedom and independence, but also responsibility. This next stage in our life gives us the opportunity to strive for success and reach for our dreams. Most of all, this next stage in our life is a new beginning where we form new experiences, new relationships, and new lives. To the class of 2024, I thank each and every one of you for making my high school experience truly unforgettable. As we branch off into our own paths, I advise that you start paying attention to what you are doing well in life and pay even closer attention to what you are not doing well in life, because this is what will propel you forward to succeed. Congratulations to the class of 2024, and I truly can't wait to see all the amazing things that each and every one of you does in the future. And with the end to my alarm, I believe that alarm signals the end to my speech. Thank you, everyone, and it's time to graduate. I would now like to invite back up Dr. Jones.
It is now my honor to recognize the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Owen Broadwater.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and of course my fellow graduates. Today we gather to celebrate a milestone, not just a conclusion, but also a beginning. So nothing I'm about to say here is new. There's no cure to life, no one formula to follow. As one of my teachers is fond of saying, there are no solutions, there are only trade-offs. In other words, win some, lose some. Sure, it'd be nice if we could have it all, so to speak, but the constraints of the world mean that we must prioritize. And so I ask all of you, what do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years' time? More importantly, what are you willing to give up for that life? These are, personal questions with no right answer, and so I will not attempt to tell anyone how to live their lives. I'm merely here to remind you all of what can be, just my friends and family have done for me time and time again. Please, enjoy this moment, sit back and see all that has come to fruition, all the dreams that have been fulfilled. These dreams propel us, fill us with ambition, purpose, and most of all, with hope. They are the possibilities that lie beyond the horizon, visions of what our lives can be. Personally, I still remember being 6, 7 years old, talking with a friend about the mystery that was high school. 11 years ago, we dreamed. There were the usual ones of good grades and graduation, of being captain of a sports team, of getting to college, but that wasn't all we talked about. There was also the talk of the individual days and moments, the minutiae that often gets overshadowed. We dreamed of the high school football games and dances, of nights spent with friends. We dreamed of going to school in the morning, just kind of getting up early and walking over together. As I made these dreams come true, I'm reminded of our 6-year-old selves and how proud they must be. None of said dreams were particularly lofty, yet achieving them has been incredibly worthwhile. Back to the present, here we graduate and are faced with the incredible reality that our high school days are officially behind us. We have so much in front of us for which we need new dreams to set us upon our paths, bound by our aspirations and by our values. With respect to those aspirations, there are many to choose from. Fame, fortune, success, all the, for lack of a better word, classic goals that keep us eternally reaching and striving. In contrast to the high-reaching nature of these lofty aspirations, we also need other dreams to ground us, to reward us to remind us of who we are and what is truly important to us. Already, I've seen these type of dreams starting to form among my friends and I. In the short time that we've decided what the future holds for us, we've had many little conversations, kind of planning and dreaming of things to come. Of weekends spent visiting each other, going to football, basketball games together, acting as tour guides for each other in cities currently unknown. Just kind of holding on to our friendships despite different trajectories. It's not the climactic moments we dream of, but the day-to-day of waking up after a night out, knowing that this is our life. These end goals in every word that I've used, lofty aspirations, climactic moments, etc., these are all absolutely necessary, for they are blueprints for the future, challenging us to think beyond our current existence, to imagine greener pastures to strive for. Exceptionally important, yet I would also suggest, don't merely think of the headlines, think also of the small moments. Think of the random Thursday, a day that is nothing special, but is also just an entirely new life from where we currently sit. I urge you all to be grateful for the everyday moments, the ordinary events that shape our lives. Fulfill your dreams, no matter how mundane or trivial they may seem, because it is those dreams that make it all worthwhile, dreams which nobody can take away. Congratulations, class of 2024. The world is waiting for the brilliance of your dreams. Let's go out and make them true. I would now like to recognize the Pomperaug Symphonic Band as they perform selections from The Greatest Showman, followed by an address from our principal, Dr. Jones.
Thank you to Mr. Tetso and our Symphonic Band. Please give them another round of applause. I would also like to say thank you to all of you here who have played such a great role in the lives of our graduates. Thank you to our Board of Education, our central office, who create the structures that have given our students the ability to succeed. Thank you to all the faculty and administration, both those here, those watching at home, and those who are not able to be with us today. We want to thank you from the elementary to middle to high school for supporting our students. We know that they would not be here without you. Students, I ask that you give the faculty and staff of Region 15 a round of applause. Finally, to all of the family and friends who have walked this path with you, you would not be here without them. Whether it's your parents, your uncle, neighbor, grandmom, granddad, whomever that may be, they got you here. They picked you up when you were crying. They helped you set an alarm, Nahitha. They made sure that you were able to walk across the stage. Even this week, when they were getting calls or emails about not checking a box on school links, they made sure that you were able to walk across this stage. When you see them after this graduation, give them a hug. I've told you all week, thank them. Leave them a note that they find when you go off to work or school or the military. Tell them what they mean to you. It's important. Students, please give your parents, family, and friends a round of applause. Academic success is an important element of high school. However, perhaps just as important is the knowledge that our students have developed civic ownership to give back to their local communities. All combined, our graduates have each met the minimum of 20 hours of community service, and most have exceeded that abundantly. We are proud of that civic responsibility. We know that all of you will continue to give back to your community. At this time, I would like to ask R.J. Paulus and any other student who may be attending the military or enlisting to stand. Standing with him, I would also like to ask anyone in the crowd who has served in our armed services to stand with RJ as he embarks on this journey. And congratulations. Thank you all for your service. We are also proud of the work that you all have put in academically. You've studied for the test, you've made it through challenges, you've gotten here today. We know that these lessons will help you in the future, and we know that you are prepared to take on that future that Owen talked about. Will the following students please stand? Joshua Bang, Owen Broadwater, Jason Hugh, Emma Kula, please stand when I read your name, Elizabeth Levins, Lola McMahon, Rachel Mukesh, Nahitha Nelikadudi, Liam Quinn, and Anthony Salisbury. Congratulations to the top 10 of the class of 2024. Thank you. So now to the class of 2024. I really need you to check your email. You have something from Ms. Szymanski or Mr. Jennings. I need you to go and finish that off like about half of you did this week. No? Okay. You've been a great class. Not always on time. We're going to change all of the attendance rules this summer because of you, so thank you. And in true fashion, we got started a little bit late today because your parents were a little late today as well. It's been an honor to be your principal. I challenged you in our first class meeting this year to make sure you left your positive mark on Pomperaug High School. I say that every year to every class because it's important. As Superintendent Smith said, you are part of a special group. We have alumni come back all the time and talk about what they learned here. We have students who go off to college and say that their English classes are easier there than anything they ever did here. They go to math classes in college And they're not asked to do nearly the amount of work that you're asked to do here. You not only did it, but you finished it and you accomplished it. When you think about your future, what defines you? What defines your past? No, it's not a pandemic. No, it's not the major life events that occurred. What defines you? You have to ask yourself that. Are you defined by what a coach said to you that you didn't agree with? Are you defined by an argument you had with someone who you thought was a friend? Are you defined by the challenge of the test? Are you defined by the obstacles that were in your way? Are you defined by hope? Are you defined by a vision that life can be better? Many of you sitting here today, I'm sure at some point or another, thought you wouldn't be. Many of you struggled to get through a college process and figure out where you're going, or figure out you're not going at all, which is fine. Many of you have made mistakes and struggled, but all of you have succeeded to be here today. What defines you? What defines this moment for you? What defines Pomperaug High School for you? The good, the bad? What defines you as a graduate of Pomperaug High School? When you look to the future and you look back in 5 years, this was referenced earlier, what will define you then? How do you get there? The challenges that you have overcome, the obstacles that were in your way, do not define you. You define you. Be good people. Be kind. And make sure that you fight fiercely to always be the best version of yourself, because that's how we define you. Congratulations, class of 2024. I would now like to invite the assistant principals Heidi Szymanski and Brian Jennings to the podium to begin the diploma presentation. Throughout this presentation, we ask that you hold your applause and remain seated until the end so that everyone is able to hear their recognition and have their moment on this respected stage. Congratulations again.
Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Pomperaug High School graduating class of 2024. Gabriella Ava D'Onofrio. Kate Ann Hahn. Braden Jacob Miller. Gannon James Nagy. Nahita Nelakadidi. Owen Carter Broadwater. Isabel Margaret Pepe. Azra Danya Abdul. Victoria P. Abreu. Rachel Nicole Adami. Deacon Joshua Adams. Eddie Caesar Alarcon. Maya Al-Habel. Ava Rose Amara. Joseph Jason Ambrosio. Rebecca Eleanor Anderson. Keaton Oludara Arole. Mark Oliver Baltrush. Vincent Marcello Bandak. Joshua Jinbei Bang. Callie Reed Barbarisi. Matthew Ryan Barna. Jack Donald Berry. Owen James Barstrom. Genti Belika. Colin James Bensley. Julian James Betty. Aaron Helen Bigham. Ava Margaret Blackwell. Ashlyn Sierra Boyano. Nathaniel J. Booth. Trey Miles Bratton. Olivia Grace Bremer. Taylor Marie Brennan. Jack Hughes Brickle. Riley Ann Buckley. Maxwell Diesel Bullard. Vivian Judith Bunton. David J. Burke. Colin Nicholas Butler. Zachary Ryan Butler. Emma Maeve Callahan. Bryn Lee Calloway. Mateo Calzone. Tristan R. Campbell. Richard Jackson Canalori. Adam Francesco Candulo. Ryan Ariel Canella. Lila Jade Canone. David Matthew Capiello. Francisco T. Carina. Anjui Z.A. Case. Benjamin L. Casey. Joseph Michael Catuccio. Carol Nicole Chacon Rodriguez. Nicholas James Christina. Nicolette Simone Chu. Evelyn Marion Chun. Ava Elizabeth Chicarino. Abigail Jean Ciriello. Sophia Rose Clemens. Alexa Rose Cloutier. Freddie Kobos. Emma Christine Coelho. Owen Riley Collette. Matthew J. Condon. Avery Nicole Corna. Kaylee Ann Costa. Cooper J. Kirkarudo. Christina Teresa Duva. Taya Cooper Dacona. Riley June Daigle. Kasia Davis. Tegan Dayton. Ariana Londi Di Benedetto. Gabrielle Olivia Di Benedetto. Eleonora DeCono. Anea Dede. Jared J. Delatre. Matteo Simone Del Bono. Rustum Aaron Demirage. Antonio J. DeMora. Bridget E. Dolan. Isaiah Albuquerque Drulette. Rashawn Zion Duffus. Maggie Frances Durante. Natalie Marie DeVerger. Amelia R. Eager. Sophia M. Eager. Lydia Rose Eastwood. Julia Nicole Falsetta. Nicholas James Falsetta. Jaden Isaiah Farley. Morgan LaRue Farah. Isabel Alici Fugeda. Madeline Rebecca Finch. Caitlin Elizabeth Flaherty. Kieran Joseph Flanagan. Eleonora Fulci. Brianna Hope Fontanez. Carter Jacob Frank. Vanessa Lily Fry. Gia Marie Gagas. Nadine E. Galliano. Tristan Lee Gallipalt. Gabrielle Emily Gannon. Alana Nevea Garcia. Georgia Drew Gherkins. Stephen James Godfrey. Romel Fabricio Godoy. Emma Rose Gomulensky. Benjamin Louise Texera Gonsalves. Grayson J. Gottschall. Jack Henry Gouveia. Blake M. Gower. Lauren May Grassi. William Wallace Gray. Braden Joseph Green. Eric Asher Greenberg. Aiden John Grimes. Rebecca Marie Brom. Eva Marie Guerrera. Anna Elizabeth Hall. Ethan Christopher Hand. Ava Brooke Hare. Michaela Catherine Hartman. Luke Jared Hirsch. Jackson Wayne Hitchcock. Chloe A. Hawker. Amelia Mercedes Holtz. Noah Robert Hornberger. Jason Hu. Cole Arden Hughes. Rayan Hussein.
Gianluca Iacono. Luke Andrew Jackson. Chelsea Bianca James. Isabella Janice Judge. Emma Rose Kaplan. Logan Nathan Kane. James G. Kelly. Catherine Elizabeth Kennan. Emma Kula. Kyler Openg Odame Kumi. Robert Anthony Labonia. Maya N. Landville. Kiara M. Lee. Gabriella Sophia Leonardi. Elizabeth Maya Levins. Owen Rankin Long. Victoria Summer Nascimento Lopes. Liliana Rose Lum. Landon Mobb. Hugh Colin MacDonald. Tyler Dean McDonald. Michael James Macholik. Alexis Lee McKenzie. Jack Edward McGuire. Colby Patrick Mahoney. Nora Catherine Manji. Marley Rowan Mariani. Mia Elizabeth Marino. Joshua Xavier Martinez. Miguel Antonio Martins. Holly Elizabeth Massey. Maya Ruming Mastriani. Olivia Marie McCabe. Joseph E. McFarland. Mackenzie Lynn McGrath. Cole Thomas McCurrier. Lola Angelina McMahon. Sophia Merkolov. Lucas Keith Mahalik. Rachel Elizabeth Mikush. Jack William Mirabilio. Chad Andrew Moffett. Grace Noel Mambo. Catherine Colette Mambo. David Joseph Monaco. Madeline Hope Morrow. Courtney Muller. Jonah Frederick Wolf Meyer. Trent Douglas Needham. Griffin Trudeau Nemoto. Alexa Rose Nevers. Vivian Bray Norris. Riley Michael O'Brien. Maya O'Rourke. Sophia Elizabeth Oliva. Nathaniel Raymond Ortiz. Jack Allen Orton. Clark Edward Overheiser. Nicholas Robert Payne. Devin Lucas Papiano. James Edward Passy. Tanisi Chintan Patel. Richard Vincent Paulus Jr. Francisco M. Perez. Donald Joseph Perinace. Ella Rose Pfister. Riley B. Powell. Liam Carson Quinn. Elizabeth Carol Rajewski. Amelia Lena Ramos. Thomas Zachary Roberts. Tegan Elizabeth Roby. James Andrew Roden. Jonathan Thomas Rogers. Hillary G. Rodriguez. Conan Alexander Rodriguez. Miranda Rose Rotunda. Rachel Christine Rubel. Sophia Elizabeth Ruiz. Anthony D. Salisbury. Nicholas Michael Salvucci. Nicholas Francis Salzo. Lauren Sanchez. Taji Luis Santos. Allison Diana Sartor. Annika Rose Scherer. Benjamin Christopher Chiron. John M. Sedensky. Jackson Stanley Sislove. Sultan Salmani. John Matthew Sicoli. Carter Suntu Siu. Brooke Simmons. Cooper Simmons. Zachary Simmons. Peter C. Scabardonis. William Isaiah Smith. Megan Grace Sokol. Hannah Rose Sonito. Aiden Rohit Sood. Lucas Reed Stengo. Kaylin May Stanley. Hunter Ian Stone. Mary Grace Stiblo. Anna Christine Tavaletti. Michaela Teresa Taylor. Lydia Hope Temple. Caitlin Alexandra Thomas. Ian Robert Tillman. Nora A. Tracy. Eric Van Tran. Dino Jeremiah Turk. Jonah Michael Keith Turner. Michael Lewis Tutoli. Sophia Rose Uskudarli. Rowan Isaiah Voss. Julia Elizabeth Vela. Lee Webb. Katarzyna Wieczorek. Emma Elizabeth Williams. Catherine Finley Witkowski. Andrew Yorns. Madeline Elizabeth Zinzi. Coleman David Zold. It is now my honor to invite the Treasurer and Secretary of the Class of 2024, Nahitha Nelakadidi and Isabella Pope, to the stage to recognize the faculty and present the class gift.
We have been very fortunate for the past 4 years to have amazing teachers, coaches, secretaries, custodians, and leaders at Pomperaug High School. They have guided our paths through our successes and challenges. Faculties and staff, please stand as we say thank you for all that you have done to get us here today.
Education is about community, and community is about giving back whenever possible. Our class of 2024 will be using our remaining funds that have been collected to support PHS classes for years to come, as well as providing more support for our faculty and staff. It is our hope that these contributions continue to grow our Pomperaug community and support the needs of all students. It is now my honor to invite our class advisor, Ms. Amber Pacheco, to the podium.
It has been an honor to work with all of you for the past 4 years. The 4 years of high school has now come to an end, and all of your hard work has brought you to the end of this journey. It is our privilege to now ask the students of the class of 2024 and our respected school leaders to please stand. We are all so proud of everything that you have done to get here today and look forward to seeing how you put into practice the lessons learned here at Pomperaug High School. At this time, we invite to the podium Board of Education Chair, Ms. Marian Manzo, Superintendent of Schools, Joshua Smith, and Pomperaug High School Principal, Dr. Paul Jones.
Members of the Board of Education, I have examined the academic records of the students here this morning, and it is my pleasure to announce that each and every one of them has met the Region 15 Public Schools academic performance standards for graduation.
We are proud of your hard work and dedication. It is my honor to now recognize you as graduates of Pomperaug High School. At this time, please move your tassels from the right to the left, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
I've swallowed my pride for you, lived in life for you, but you still make me feel like a thief. You got me stealing your love away, 'cause you never give it. Peeling the years away, and we can't relive it. Oh, I make you laugh, and you make me cry. I believe it's time for me to fly.